So, you have moved to France. You have crossed borders, languages, and at least one minor emotional breakdown at the préfecture. You have found your dream home, a house that's full of character, which is estate agent code for haunted electrics and a WASP problem with voting rights. You stand in your new kitchen, boxes everywhere, tap dripping rhythmically like a countdown to madness, and you realize, okay, now what? You own a French home. You have mastered signing 48 identical forms in triplicate. Haha! But here comes the real challenge, the true, unspoken final boss of French life. Your neighbours. Because buying a property in France is quite easy. However, becoming accepted by the people who have lived there since Charlemagne discovered cheese? Well, that is a saga. So let's talk about timing first. When to introduce yourself. In France, friendship moves at the speed of geological erosion. You don't just meet your neighbors, you are slowly observed by them through lace curtains over a period of months. They have already formed opinions based on your car, your curtains, and how many times you have said bonjour to the dog. They will discuss you over breakfast. Did you see the new people? Oui, he reversed into the hedge. Ah, probably Americans. So, do not rush over on moving day, breathless and sweaty, holding biscuits like a well-meaning invader. Give it a few days. Let the village ecosystem adjust. In other words, you must not arrive socially before your aura has unpacked. Then, when you cross paths naturally, smile, say bonjour if, and only if, they smile back. Congratulations, you have passed level 1. Should you go first or wait for them? Go first. Absolutely. If you wait for them, you will be dead and buried with a note on your grave that says, still waiting for the neighbors. But, and this is vital, go first with subtlety. This is not the US. You cannot turn up with cookies and a PowerPoint presentation about friendship. You approach as one might approach a skittish deer. Smile gently, keep your hands visible, speak softly. The perfect opener? Bonjour, je suis votre nouveau voisin. Short, calm, no sudden movements. You don't have to overshare. They don't need to know you have come to live your dream. They have seen this dream before. It usually ends with a for sale sign and tears in British. Should you bring a gift? Well, if you do bring a gift, make it humble. A jar of local honey, some nice biscuits, maybe a small plant. Do not bring wine unless you are 100% sure it is good. Wine here is not a beverage, it is a national IQ test. If you turn up with a €3 bottle from the supermarket, they will smile politely, then later use it to clean the sink. So, bring something sincere but neutral, something that says, I am friendly, but not performing generosity as a circus act. But I already see you writing in the comments section, what if my French is terrible? Well then, rejoice, you are halfway to integration. We, the French, adore linguistic suffering. It is proof you are trying. We love watching foreigners struggle through conjugations, but with heroic dignity, like gladiators armed with Duolingo. Prepare a small introduction, something short, clear, and rehearsed. Bonjour, je m'appelle, insert your name, je parle un peu français, mais je vais m'améliorer. The last bit, I will improve, is pure charm. It turns mistakes into a journey. And if your neighbors reply too fast, nod wisely. Look, thoughtful. Pretend you understood everything. Now, you have exchanged a few smiles, a few bonjour, maybe a discussion about the weather that lasted 45 minutes. You are ready for the next level, the invitation. But not dinner. Never dinner first. Dinner is sacred territory. You need clearance for that. So start with l'apéro, the pre-dinner drink that's half social ritual, half personality test. It is the perfect French compromise. It looks spontaneous, but is actually an ancient ceremony disguised as olives and wine. Around 6 or 7 p.m., invite them casually. On prend un apéro chez nous? Un de ces jours? Translation: would you like to come for drinks sometime? It is friendly, low pressure, and ends naturally, usually after an hour, or whenever someone says, bon, on ne va pas vous déranger plus longtemps, which means we are leaving now before you throw us out. What about individual versus group invitations? Start small. Invite one household at a time. You don't want to accidentally host a gathering that reignites a 30-year village feud about hedge boundaries and who overwatered whose flowers in 2004. Once you have survived a few apéros, you will get a feel for the local ecosystem, who adores who despises whom, and who secretly keeps chickens despite the regulations. Then you can attempt a small gathering, but for your first few weeks, keep it diplomatic. Let's talk about the rhythm of reciprocity. If they invite you first, do not immediately invite them back the next day. That's too efficient. For you see, in France, friendship is like simmering onions. Low heat, long time. You don't flip the pan like Gordon Ramsay, you let it develop flavor. Wait a week or two, then extend your invitation as if it was an idea that naturally occurred to you after staring at a bottle of rosé. Now, I would like to talk to you about how to integrate into the neighborhood, as now we enter advanced territory. You have said bonjour, you have offered biscuits, but have you joined the rhythm? Here is your manual. Always say bonjour, even to people you see twice a day. Failure to do so will brand you as the foreigner who doesn't greet properly. Attend local events, village festival, market, or the Christmas lighting of a tree that could double as a hat stand. Presence is belonging. Respect the Sunday ceasefire. On Sunday, time itself stops. The grass doesn't grow, the sky hums quietly, and you may not use anything that vibrates. You can cook, nap, or stare thoughtfully into the distance. That's it. Do not discuss politics, religion, or hunting, even by accident. You will be there for hours. Be curious, not colonial. Ask questions about the village, its history, its wine. The French adore talking about themselves, as long as you look slightly overwhelmed. Give before you ask. Offer help, share vegetables, compliment their flowers. If someone lends you tools, return them cleaned, oiled, and possibly blessed. If they bring you tomatoes, return the basket with biscuits or local sweets. That single gesture buys a decade of goodwill and possibly an invitation to their cousin's chasse aux champignons, mushroom hunt.
We'll return after these messages.
I hope you are enjoying the video so far, and this is the product placement moment in the video. The product I'm placing is my own. I have just published my very first novel. It is in French, and you can find it on Amazon in a country near you. I will put some QR codes on screen, and of course I will put different links in the comments section and in the description. And if you decide to give a try to my book, then I would be very happy to know on Amazon what you have thought about it by reading your reviews over there.
We now join our regularly scheduled programming already in progress.
So, how to be a desirable neighbor? Let's be honest, no one wants to live next to someone who behaves like a chainsaw-wielding optimist. A desirable neighbor in France is quietly competent. You exist gracefully, your grass is neat, and your recycling is correctly sorted. The holy trinity of integration. Don't block driveways. Don't drive like you are being chased by the gendarme. Don't host barbecues that sound like Viking raids. When you are unsure what to do, just think, what would a retired geography teacher do? And if the village cat wanders into your house, do not panic. It is not lost. It belongs to everyone. It's probably on shift. And now, here is the golden rule of French neighborhoods. Be yourself, but at half volume. French people love authenticity, but they are allergic to enthusiasm that arrives unannounced. We do not trust unfiltered joy, we trust mild sarcasm, well-timed sighs, and the shared understanding that life is both beautiful and slightly exhausting. Smile, yes, but with restraint. Laugh, yes, but as if you've earned it through years of disappointment. And then, one day, the Holy Grail. Your neighbor invites you to dinner. Now, my friends, you are entering sacred territory. Do you bring wine? Flowers? What time do you arrive? Do you stay until dessert or until the moment everyone collectively forgets what day it is? That's part 2, when the French invite you to dinner, how to survive, impress, and leave gracefully. But for now, pour yourself a glass, step outside, and listen. That is the sound of France. A mix of birds, church bells, and someone muttering Les Nouveaux with mild amusement. Bienvenue. You are home now. Just not too loudly, please. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Qu'est-ce que tu fais? You're interrupting my video again. Pourquoi? Sorry about that. It's the cat cuddling moment. I have to continue the video now. Stop meowing in the background. We can hear you. Oui? You. Chat.